3 horrible booking decisions made by WWE for NXT Battleground 2024. This was an interesting PLE for various reasons. It was a historic PLE in 2 different reasons, actually 3. Because if you look at everything that went on with this show, whether it be it taking place at the UFC Apex Center in Las Vegas after being booked at an initial and traditional venue, I think in Tennessee. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments here below. Whether it is the historic moments of, first of all, AEW star Ethan Page, who departed from the promotion a few months ago, making his WWE in-ring debut, challenging Trick Williams for the NXT Championship in the main event. How about that? Oh, and by the way, historic moment number 3 and the biggest, TNA Knockouts champion Jordynne Grace stepping inside of a WWE ring and challenging for a WWE championship when she went toe-to-toe with NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez and absolutely tore the house down. Such a good match. But with a show that had so much positivity, there's also some negativity. And let's get into it. Now, at number 3, this is a little bit nitpicking here, but it's just a reality. It was when NXT Tag Team Champions Nathan Frazier and Axiom put the championships on the line with the OC in Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. I did not like the match layout at all. And I'll tell you why. You had the heels, they consistently got these near falls over and over and over to the point where they legitimately hit their finisher on, I think, Axiom, and Frazier broke it up with like a springboard dive. They put on a show. It was a great match. I just didn't like the layout of the match. I thought you took away... Look, people are going to be like, well, they're supposed to be near falls. You got to make them incredible. Yeah, you do, but there's to a certain degree, right? Because once you get to a point, then we just start taking away from the match, and we actually devalue the heels who are trying to win the titles. Just nitpicking here, okay? Number 2, and this is where things get interesting. Number 2 is the North American Championship match. The Women's North American Championship match. So, it was a ladder match, obviously. You had multiple stars in it. Kiana Jordan, who is someone that WWE is extraordinarily high on. She ended up walking out with the championship. Now, you had Solo Ruco, Lash Legend, Jada Parker, Fallon Henley, and Mia Yim in the ladder match to crown the first ever NXT Women's North American Champion. Now, while I understand that Jordan is someone that WWE officials are high on, she's a typical lovable babyface, I thought actually Lash Legend should have won the match because of this. While, yes, for the longest time she had been in kind of a backdrops-esque scene with Metaphor, as of late, as of the last few months, they've continuously done promo segments with her and NXT champion Trick Williams. Trick Williams is WWE NXT's biggest star right now. And so if you are putting her in segments with your biggest star, why wouldn't you go ahead and further make her by having her win the first ever NXT Women's North American Championship, right? You also have someone like Solo Ruco. Fans are super duper behind. I would say she's more over than Jordan right now. But that's just me. I think they missed out on a big opportunity by not having Lash Legend win this. She has a lot of charisma. She is a different type of star. She just looks different from everybody else. And I say that in a great way. She stands out. She comes across as a star. Yes, she's still green, but look, folks, we're talking about a developmental brand here. Everyone is green for the most part. More reps, more time, more opportunities. She's going to get a lot better, okay? So I think that was a miss on their part. And obviously at number 1, we have the miss of the night, maybe the miss of the year by WWE, And it was putting the TNA Knockouts champion Jordynne Grace versus NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez in the co-main event instead of the main event. So we had Trick Williams defending the NXT title against Ethan Page in the main event. I thought that was a huge, huge mistake. You knew going into it that this show was built on and sold on the idea of, could Jordynne Grace in a historic moment, being the first ever TNA champion, the first ever TNA star, actively to go into a WWE title match and potentially win a championship, and TV being built up as this is the biggest program, and you don't put that in the main event? Why? Just because you think, well, it's the NXT title. The NXT title must be defended. And then I can also see the point of those who say, well, it's Ethan Page's in-ring debut. They got to make him look strong. They got to make him look like a big deal. They got to continue to push Trick Williams as the face of the company in terms of NXT, obviously. I don't buy it. When you have outliers, you go with outliers. You don't have to always have the NXT title close the show. We've seen that in the past, and we will see it in the future. And when you have someone like a Jordynne Grace, who clearly will be signed by WWE once her TNA contract expires, whenever that is, a star that they are clearly high on, in the ring with another star that they are clearly high on, they know that Roxanne Perez is going to carry this company and its women's division for the next 10 years. And they see Jordynne Grace as also someone who could potentially come to their company and they can draw major money with. She has the look, she has the in-ring ability, she has the promo ability, just like Roxanne, although I think Roxanne just needs to fine-tooth her promos a little bit more. I had a feeling going into the show when they didn't announce it ahead of time that, oh man, they're not gonna put these two women in the main event. And I thought that was a major, major mistake. I still think that is a major, major mistake. And unfortunately, they can't go back and fix it clearly. But when you have moments that are historic, you have to capitalize on them. That's just my opinion. Like it or don't, you gotta go with what you gotta go with. And I think that in the future, they will learn. And I don't think this is the last time that we're going to see an active WWE star going up against an active TNA star, whether that be on WWE programming or potentially in TNA. But Jordynne Grace is something special. Roxanne Perez is something special. And I look forward to seeing them wrestle